Premium Hill Academy. Morality, ingenuity, and excellence at its peak.
Good morning, guys. I'm glad to have you once again on this channel. I want to sincerely thank you for having been with me throughout the while. I want to thank you for the likes, the comments, and the subscribing. I remain Chidebere Christian, your lead mathematics teacher in the academy. And this time we'll be dealing with logarithm equation that involves quadratic equation. We know we did simple equation and logarithmic equation, right? That's on the previous video. If you've not seen them, just scroll down, you'll see them, or if you check the link below, I will leave the link to the video below so you can watch them out. But this time we're looking at logarithmic equation that has to do with what? Has to do with quadratic equation, and this is actually a Neko question. Neko examination question, and it says we should find the value of x if logarithm to base 3 bracket of logarithm of base 2 bracket to the x minus x squared minus 4x minus 37 bracket close is equal to 1. Let's find the value of x, and I'm going to give you tricks. In doing this, I'll also teach you how to solve quadratic equation questions. Simple, how to simplify them for you. I'm giving you tricks and links on how to really get through quadratic equation question. Let's look at this. Looking at this is already a quadratic equation. What is quadratic equation? Quadratic equation is an equation whereby 2 is the highest power of the unknown. So looking at this, you already know that the highest power of these two unknown, the highest power there is 2. So if the highest power is 2 for an equation, that's known as a quadratic equation. If the highest power is 1, it is just a common equation, right? A simple equation. And if the highest power is from 3 and above, it is polynomial. We're not doing that now. Let's look at this, how to deal with questions like this. And looking at this one, since we are seeing 1 here, we know that we are going to manipulate, right? Let's try and manipulate. Solution to this is that we manipulate, right? By attaching, let the right hand side be what? Log to the base 3 of 3. Yes, let's convert it to this. Let's make the right hand side log to the base 3 of this, or let the right hand side by this. Right? The reason why we're doing that is because so that this log 3 base 3 will cancel this log base 3. In doing that, we're going to have log to the base 3 big bracket log to the base 2 of an open bracket x squared minus 4x minus 37 closing this bracket, because instead of 1 we're going to put log to the base 3 of 3. Why? Because log to its own base is 1, right? We're just manipulating this part, that log to its own base will still give us 1, and we are doing this so that this log base 3 will take off this log base 3, and if that one takes it off, we'll be left with what? We'll be left with just this one, log to the base 2 of x squared minus 4x minus 37, right? Equal to what? Equal to 3, because we've cancelled log base 3, just 3 is remaining. What do we do now? We will still manipulate. We are still going to apply, introduce log to the base 2 of 2 to the what? To the right hand side, so that this one can take off this one, right? By doing that, we're going to have log to the base 2 of what? X squared minus 4x minus 37 equal to what? Introducing this log to the base 2 of 2 raised to the power of base 3. Why are we introducing that? Log to its own base is equals to 1. We'll be left with 3, which is 3 here. We're introducing this so that this log to base 2 will cancel out this log to base 2. In doing that, log to the base 2 will take off log to the base 2. So if we do that right, we're going to be left with what? We'll be left with x squared minus 4x minus 37 equal to what? 2 raised to the power of 3. That's what we'll be left with. Let's consider solving this further. With that, we're going to have x squared minus 4x minus 37 equal to what? 8, because 2 raised to the power 3 is 8, right? What do? We collect like terms, bringing this one in. If we collect like terms by collecting like terms, we'll be left with what? We're going to have x squared minus 4x minus 37 minus, because if this one comes in, becomes a minus, right? Minus 8 is equal to what? 0. There will be nothing here. That's why I'm putting 0. I'm bringing this guy in by collecting actives, and there's an invisible plus here, so that if it crosses, it becomes a what? Becomes a minus. That's not really easy, but and this is just the layman explanation for you to understand. If the plus crosses, it becomes a minus. That's why we have a minus here, right? It's equal to 0. The 0 there means that there is nothing out there. So look at this. Minus 37 minus 8. What are we going to get? It's going to be minus 45. Such that our equation becomes x squared minus 4x minus what? 37 minus 38. This will give me minus 45 is equal to 0. How do we solve this further? Look at this. In quadratic equation, there is a formula I'm going to give to you. Look at the formula. It is x squared plus of bracket sum of roots x plus bracket what? Product of same root equal to 0. So what does this word root mean? The word root. What do they mean? Root means two numbers that we can add. If we add them, we'll get minus 4, and if we multiply those same two numbers, we'll get minus 45. Let's look at that. What two things can you add to get minus 4? If you ask me, for time's sake, it's going to be x squared plus bracket the root that will add. Two things we'll add to get minus 4, I believe should be what? Should be 9 minus, okay, let's say minus 9 plus 5 x. If we use minus 9 plus 5, we'll get minus 4, right? What if we multiply these same two numbers? Are we going to get minus 45? Let's check the formula. This is the formula. Now we're applying the formula x squared plus the sum of roots. Now sum of two numbers will add or subtract to get what? Minus 45, right? And there's the x here, so that's why we put an x here, plus the product of these two things, that is minus 9 times 5 equal to 0. If we multiply these two things, are we going to get minus 45? That's the question you should be asking. If we add or subtract these two things, are we going to get minus 4? And if we multiply this, are we going to get minus 45? Yes, let's continue that. So if we solve this further, we're going to have x squared plus what? Minus 9 plus 5 will give us minus 4, correct? So we have minus 9 plus 5x plus what? Let's see this now. Minus 9 times 5 is what? It is minus 45. So equals to 0. And if we do this, we are going to have minus 4. So let's just stop here. Don't change this. Leave this one here. So let's use this one to multiply this. This will multiply this, and this x will also multiply this, right? By spreading it further, we're going to have x squared plus times minus should be, okay, let's start with bracket first, plus what? This times this will be minus 9x plus what? This time this should be what? Minus 5 plus 5x, right? Plus times minus is minus. What do we have there? We have 45 equal to 0, right? And close the bracket now, right? Such that if I use this plus to open the bracket, what am I going to get? It is going to be what? It is going to be x squared plus times minus is minus 9x, right, plus 5x, right, minus 45 equal to 0. That's what we're going to have. I hope you understand what we're doing now. Let's continue from here. Next thing is to take a bracket. Take bracket. Right? What do I mean by taking bracket of what? Look at it. It's going to be from here. If we have, since we have x squared minus 9x plus 5x minus 45 equal to 0, simply bracket these two, 1, 2, and bracket these two, 1, 2. That's what we're going to do, right? Look at this. What is common between this and this is x, right? If I remove one x from here and remove one x from here, what will be left with? Let's divide. Let's just try and divide by what we're going to get at. If I divide here by x and divide here by x, what do you think will happen? X will cancel x here, remaining 1. X will cancel this one out. So by doing this, I can say, let's bring x out. We'll be left with what? 1x, because x has cancelled, right? Minus what? Just 9. The x you use in dividing, factor it out. I'm just teaching you a layman way of getting this. This is not really teaching a layman way of getting it, right? For those that don't understand how to factor out, divide both sides by what you see in both of them. Right? If I divide here by x, divide here by x, x will take off 1 because this x squared means 2x. So this x under will take 1 here and left with 1, that's the 1 here. Also this x will take up 1 here, right? This x now will take off this x, so I left with 9, that's the 9 here, right? Plus, let's continue. What is common between both of them is 5, right? You see that 5 is common between both of them. Let's prove it now. If I bring 5 here and bring 5 here, 5 will cancel out 5. I'm left with what? I'm left with x. Let me bring the 5. I'm left with x inside minus 5 here. 5 into 45 is what? Is 9. I'm left with what? 9 equal to 0. Mind you, in solving quadratic equation question, when you get to this part, make sure that what you have in this bracket is equal to what you have in this bracket. Yes, it must be what you have in both of them. By doing this, what happens? You take this and this and then pick one of this. That's how you factor them out. Just collect like it. By doing it, by taking x plus 5, as this x plus this 5 in one bracket, since both of them are equal, pick one, x minus 9 in one bracket. Are you getting it? All of them is equal to what? Equal to 0. If I'm too fast, please, if you know you're not getting it and you're still finding a bit of struggle, right? If you're not getting it, just go to the comment section, or you just go to directly to my WhatsApp number that you're seeing in the link here. Just go there, you're going to see the just type me, just send me a direct message. I'm going to be showing, I'm sure going to be answering all your questions direct. Right? Let's continue. And being that, what happens? Let's try and factor this and this with an equation. That is by saying x plus 5, let it be equal to 0, and x minus 9, let it be equal to 0. So much so that if we collect like terms for this x, let this one go out, it will be equals to what? Minus 5. I told you this plus, if it comes out, it will be minus, right? And x, if this minus 9 goes out, what becomes it? It becomes plus 9. Therefore, you know that x is equal to either minus 5 or 9 or plus 9. This becomes the root of this quadratic equation. I'm sure you've gotten something from what we just did. I'm sure you understand what we just did. I know you understand what we just did. I know it's a bit simplified, but in case you're finding it a bit of a struggle, like I said, just go to the comment section. I'm sure to answer every question in the comment section, or you send me a direct message to my WhatsApp number. I will give you, I will explain everything again. I will water it down more for you so you understand, right? I'll see you in the next video. I will take the next question. Thank you guys. Welcome guys. Let's look at the number 2 question on the limit equation for equations, right? Quadratic equations. It says if log base 10 to the power x to the bracket of x minus 8 all power 2 is equal to 2 minus log to the base 10 of x plus 1 all raised to the power 2. If we have this is equal to this, so we should find the value of x. It's not hard, right? We just have to apply more common sense to it, and all I've been teaching, just apply them to it, right? Let's look at this now. For this, the solution to this is very easy. How? Look at. If we have 2 here, what do? We introduce our manipulation strategy, right? That is by involving log to the base 10 of 10, right? Because log to its own base should give me what? Give me 1, and that 1 times 2 will give us 2 here. So what we'll do with this is to apply that by let's say we have log to the base 10 of x minus 8 all raised to the power 2 equal to, for this what we do is to introduce log to base 10 of 10, because log to its own base is 1, and then we'll apply our 2 upstairs, right? That's what we've been doing since. Minus log to the base 10 of what? X plus 1 all raised to the power 2, right? What do we do? If you look at here now, look at the right hand side, you now have a log. If you pick, because we have these 2 bases equal, what happens? We pick one, and then this will divide this because there's a minus sign here, right? I've taught that in the videos below. With this, we're going to have log the base 10 of what? X minus 8 all raised to the power 2 equal to, look at, because these 2 bases are the same, pick one, right? I've log to the base 10 of what? For this, we have 10 raised to the power of 2. 10 raised to the power of 2. This minus means to divide by this, right? X plus 1 all raised to the power 2. So that's what we have. Why are we dividing? Because there's a minus sign. We said when there's a plus sign, we multiply. And when there's a minus sign, we divide. So we pick one. These bases are equal. So we pick one of the base. And this 10 raised to the power 2 minus means to divide by this. That's what we just did. Right? Having done that, this is now a standard equation. This can now take off this. We're now left with what? The normal value, right? That we have left the argument. that will have x minus 8 raised to the power 2 equal to what? Bracket 10 raised to the power 2 over x plus 1 raised to the power 2, right? I can factor out all of them. Just factor out. I can bring out 2, factoring out these 2 here so that 2 can take off 2, right? What do I mean by that? I mean, if you do this, we're going to have x plus 8, sorry, x minus 8. X minus 8 raised to the power 2 equal to what? I bring 10 over what? X plus 1 raised to the power 2, right? So I'm trying to factor them out, right? This is this, I'm just trying to factor them out. With that, this 2 will take off this 2. That's how mathematics works, right? So that we'll be left with what? We'll be left with x minus 8 will equal to what? 10 over x plus 1. What happens? Let's call this over 1. Then what do? We cross multiply. Right? By cross multiply, what do? That this one will multiply this will multiply this, and this 10 will multiply this. So with that, we're going to have x minus 8 multiplying x plus 1 equal to 10 times 1. That's what cross multiplying means. This will multiply this, and this will multiply this, right? So let's kick off what we have. With this, we're going to have x, everything multiplying this is bracket, let's put x plus 1 minus 8 multiplying x plus 1, right? Equal to 10. That is, everything here will multiply everything here. I'm using x to multiply everything with x, and I'm using minus 8 to multiply everything. Let's see what we're going to get out of this. X times x will give me x squared plus x times 1 will give me x minus 8 times x, I'll get 8x. Then minus times plus is minus 8 times 1, I get 8 equal to what? 10. So from there I'm going to have what? I'm going to have x squared plus 1 minus 8, I'm having minus 7x. If 10 comes in, I'm going to have minus 8 minus 10 equal to 0. As I'm collecting like 10, I'm doing two things in one phase, right? So with this I'm going to have x squared minus what? 7x minus 18. Minus 8 minus 10 is minus 18 equal to 0. So we'll apply our formula now. Let's apply our formula. Let me just draw the line here. I'm sure we can see this board. I'm going to apply our formula here. From here, what do? We're going to use this formula, x squared plus sum, right? Sum of roots. Let's call this x plus what? Product. Right, equal to 0, stuff like that, equal to 0. So with this, what do we have? To do this, what do we have? Look at this carefully. What two things can we add or subtract? We're going to get minus 7, and if we multiply those two things, we're going to get what? 18. So can you try? I believe 9 times 2 is 18, and 9 minus 2 should be what? Should be 7. I can say minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7, and minus 9 times 2 is minus 18. That will give us that. So with that, we're going to have x squared plus bracket with this. What's the sum? The sum for this, we're going to say it is what? It is minus 9 plus 2, right? Put the x here, and plus what? Minus 9 times 2 equal to 0. The same thing we're doing. Nothing is far-fetched from it now, right? Because minus 9 plus 2 will give me minus 7, and minus 9 times 2 will give me minus 18. That's why we're applying this slope, right? Let's move further with this. We're going to have, with this, we'll have x squared plus bracket minus 9 plus 2 with the x, and then plus bracket minus 9 times 2 should be what? Minus 18. Minus 18 equal to 0. Right? I'm sure you understand what we're doing. That's equal to 0. So if we continue from here, let's use this one to multiply everything in, right? We're going to have x squared plus, put the bracket, this one multiplying this, we have minus 9x. This one multiplying this, we have plus what? 2x. Put the bracket, plus times minus is what? Plus times minus is minus 18 equal to 0. So if we spread it out, we're going to have x squared plus times minus minus 9x plus times plus what? 2x minus 18 equal to 0. I'm sure you're getting it now. Then what do? We apply brackets, right? Take the bracket of both sides of the equation. So we're going to apply two brackets. So if we have applying bracket, line bracket, we're going to have for x squared minus 9x plus 2x minus 18 equal to 0. We put a bracket with these two and put a bracket with these two, right? So look at this. What is common? X is common. If we bring one x out, we're left with one x in minus 9, and I taught you how to do this in the first video, right? And then plus what? If you bring 2 out, look at, always bring, if you have stuff like this, always bring one x from here, one x will remain, and remove this one. If you have stuff like this, bring these 2 out, x will remain. Right, so if I bring the 2 out, I have x remain. 18 divided by these 2 is what? Minus 9 equal to 0. So what guys said, check, this one and this one must be equal, must be the same thing. I'm also going to be breaking this down when I'm teaching you in a full course on quadratic equation. I will take my time to break it down. Right now I was dealing with logarithms, right? So just pay attention, just follow through. Now what we do, just take I said take x, after here we take x plus 2, right? And then bracket them out. We're going to have x plus 2, take a bracket, and because this and this are equal, we pick one, right? Alright, so it's an easier way for you to understand this. I'm just trying to simplify or break it down more for you to understand. I said pick this x plus 2 and bracket them, and then because these are equal, you pick one, right? You have x minus 9 equal to 0. So what do? We try and take an equation of this. First of all, we'll take x plus 2 equal to 0, and we'll take x what? Minus 9 equal to 0, right? So therefore x is equal to minus 2 and what? And plus 9. That's the value for x in that equation. I'm sure you understand what we just did, right? Like I said, we'll always say, if you know you don't understand, you still have an issue with what we're doing, you still have one or two problem you don't understand from here, go to my comment section, go to our comment section, just send us a DM on our WhatsApp platform. We're sure to give you the answers to every question. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, the next question. Thank you guys.
Premium Hill Academy. Morality, ingenuity, and excellence at its peak.